Kit Guru starting CES 2024 with a press day where we're benchmarking Meteor Lake laptops. The name for Meteor Lake, as we know, is Intel Core Ultra, and then it has a number which gets somewhat confusing because it's still new to us. Come around here and have a little look at this laptop. We've been given these MSI notebooks to benchmark. The processor, according to CPU-Z, is an Intel Core Ultra 7 165H. The 165H designates the model code. That's significant because the model we were expecting to see is the 155H. The 155H has a 28 watt PL1 or sustained power draw. We can see here the 165H also 28, but that's not true. If we go to HW Info 64, we can see that this 165H actually has a 64 watt rating, which is much higher than we'd ever expect. And in a quick run of Cinebench 23, we saw a flash temperature of 110 Celsius. It then pulled back after boosting for but a few seconds to the mid-80s. It's a cool air-conditioned room. So we have a secret processor in a work-in-progress laptop to benchmark. And as everybody at this event has discovered, if you want to download, for example, latest FutureMark 3D Mark, that'll take you about 2 hours. A typical game from Steam, also 2 hours. We have 2 hours. So in essence, downloading stuff to test the graphics, pretty much impossible. Anyway, I'm going to get back to work. As we were running the single core test of Cinebench R23, our laptop has frozen. You'll note the counter is static. The mouse has disappeared. Kit Guru appears to have accidentally broken a laptop. Jacob from PC Gamer hard at work getting a blue screen up on a prototype MSI laptop with the new Intel Ultra 7 165H.
World record.
And CES hasn't even begun. Before I shut this down, worth noting, so PL1 65 watts, PL2 115 watts, and the initial boost was to 85 watts before it thermally throttled. And as we can see here, we have a maximum temperature showing of 116 degrees Celsius. So this laptop is working incredibly hard. Before the single core test locked up, you can see the single cores were running just under 5 gigahertz. As the Ultra 7 165H runs Cinebench R23, we're 3/4 of the way through the 10-minute run. Worth noting, so we have E cores at the top in HW Info, then we have the P cores, and then at the bottom we have the 2 E cores that are in the SoC. So the configuration, the layout of the screen is a bit unusual. Normally E is below P. Anywho, looking at those P cores, you can see in the initial boost phase, we were running some of them up to close to 5 gigahertz, but not quite, and some of them at 4.7. Now they're running, 2 of them, just about 3 gigahertz, and the rest of them around about 2.5. So all the P cores are not doing the same thing. 2 of them are doing something different to the rest. Also, regardez, 112C on the initial boost, and now 86, as I said. And that was 82 watts, and now 38. So that first boost phase looks absolutely brutal. And this, in a very thin and light laptop, relatively large at 16 inch. I'm going to claim the laptop is quite quiet, however the environment is somewhat noisy.